Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, a lot of you guys didn't hear that watch me regularly but miss my live streams. You might want to check that live stream out I just did this last Friday. And a lot of people said it was the best one I did, and I do appreciate you guys saying that. I asked a question. Well, I told people, I said, I got a lot of new subscribers that really don't know about me. And just briefly, I will let you ask me questions, and I will answer them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have curiosities about me, how I got on YouTube, so on and so forth. And you guys didn't hold back. I had to sit up here and write all this stuff. But I got 25 questions here, 26 questions, and I'm going to answer them all. And I'm going to answer them honestly and truthfully. You know me, I'm open book. I'm not going to hold back. Things are what they are. What I pride myself on my channel is just being honest with you. I don't come with no gimmicks. Hell, you can see the wires hanging from my neon signs. I mean, I try to be as authentic as I can, both in the way I present my videos and in my opinions. And I'm going to start by reading the questions that are the easiest to answer. Follow as we go down the line, some that take, some conversation. So I'll start this and make this as quick as I can. First question is, how many kids do you have? I have 7 children. I have 6 boys that are grown. I have a 7-year-old daughter. That's the simplest question. Second one is, how many times have you been married? 4 times. Me, I'm fine with it, but a lot of people cringe when they hear that, like, yo, you've been married 4 times, and I would be married a 5th time. I was raised to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? Now, things didn't work out with me and my wives, but I mean, everything was circumstantial. I don't blame anybody. You know what I mean? People are who they are. I'm who I am, and I'm not for everybody. And everybody's not for, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, there's no love lost. I still am in contact, one way or another because I have children. But I mean, it's a mutual understanding, and it's all love. So that's question number 2. Question number 3, when is my birthday? My birthday is February 21st. And my sign, they asked me what my sign was in the same question. I'm a Pisces. I guess you guys can figure it out. Me, I'm not into the horoscope because, I mean, a lot of y'all are. But the way the horoscope is written, when people read it every day, it can be anything they write, and like a person can attribute that to them doing that. They're like, oh yeah, that's right. I think that's cool. It's just mumbo jumbo to me, but a lot of people like it and believe it. So I'm a Pisces. So, fourth question, question number 4. Is YouTube a full-time job? No, but the hours I put in doing this, yes. Now, I have another career that I do during the day, and then like YouTube is like, depending on my availability, I'll do YouTube. It hasn't got to the point where it's a full-time job. Can I live off of YouTube right now? Yes. But I mean, I still have other obligations and responsibilities out here in the world. YouTube takes a back seat, but not my content and me meeting you guys. And, I try to give you the best content I can. So that's question number 4. Question number 5. She says, you have the best YouTube story time live stream on YouTube. No holds barred. Thank you. I appreciate that. How did you experience so much at a young age? Lady that wrote this is 81 years old. So I'm 50 years old. I don't think I'm, my age is young, but to her, I'm young. The reason why I experienced a lot, and I got these funny stories to tell you, is first of all, I mean, I'm a happy person. You see how I am on my videos, how I was thinking, and when I tell these stories, it's from a comedic level, but it's also from a level of learning. I want you guys to learn something in hearing stories. And, I'm not afraid to, tell you guys, I had to make sure the mic was on. I'm not afraid to tell you guys some of the crazy stuff that happened to me. I don't have to look like a cool guy or a tough guy in my stories. I'm just a regular person. These are regular stories. I have regular emotions, regular fears, just like everybody else. But as far as I try to experience things. Like, hey, let's go horseback ride. I'm not one of them people where I'm like, oh, black people don't do that, or, you never know what happens. And a lot of times it was lucrative for me because a lot of times it was a setup for me to go and meet somebody that they had there. And it was a business opportunity, or it was just an opportunity to meet somebody. You never know. Any type of positive experience that's offered to you, a lot of times it's because of your character, what type of person you are, and people want to be seen around you or experience you outside of your work environment, outside of school. So sometimes it's good to take advantage of things that are afforded to you. You never know what'll happen. You might have crazy stories like me. So that's question number 5. Question number 6. Am I attracted to juggernaut females? No. Where I grew up, you know what I mean? People act a certain way. So the juggernaut trait runs rampant. Now, I'm older and I have wisdom now. So it's like I want to go in a certain direction of life, and I want a certain type of peace. Are juggernaut females bad? No. They're for somebody else. You know what I mean? People act a certain way to attract a certain type of person. And, juggernaut females are trying to attract somebody, but I'm not the one that, is attracted to that. I mean, I'm just not. The next question is, what's my all-time favorite kind of music? There's so many genres, but like my thing is like I like 80s, 90s type R&B music. I also like older music, like like Motown music. I like I'm a big Otis Redding fan. My favorite artist is Luther Vandross. I like him. But I like that type of R&B, that mood setting R&B. That's my thing. We'll go to the next question. Do you fear? This is a good one. Do you fear for your life when you travel as a YouTuber in different places? Honestly, no. I fear more for the people that are around me. A lot of you guys don't know, when you're a YouTuber, regardless of how many subscribers you have, when somebody sees you on TV, you never know their reaction. Sometimes you go somewhere and it seems like you have star power. People watch you on the television, they watch you on the phone, and then it has some type of effect on them that when they see you, they are in awe. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's understandable. You're a center of something that they are focused on a lot of times every day. And then they finally get a chance to meet you when they understand you and like you as a person. There's nothing wrong with that. But we do have whack jobs out there. Like I've been showing lately, because I'm going September 22nd of this month down to do a live stream in Vegas where I'm going to have live subscribers surrounded by me while I'm doing this. A lot of YouTubers would not do that. But a lot of YouTubers are not me in the way, the kind of, they don't have the kind of personality I have or the kind of subscribers I have. So, I mean, you see me put at the bottom, I have paid security with me. You know what I mean? You don't know they are security, but I mean, I have armed paid security with me. Vegas is a wild spot. And I'm going to be down there. That's why you see in my videos, I have that thing down there, the Cash App, and I have the Zelle information, which is my email address if you guys want to leave a contribution. That all that is for security. Anytime you see a Cash App up, it's never for me. My trip is paid for, things like that. It's for everybody else. So they can have a good experience by meeting me. Because all it is a meet and greet, basically. And I care about people. And I think that's one of my falls in life. I do a lot of caring and I don't get cared for enough, I think. But honestly, guys, I don't really fear for, I can handle myself, trust me. But I mean, as far as that, if you're scared like that, I mean, nowadays you're not even safe in your own house. So I don't think like that. I just worry about, if something happened to somebody that came up to see me, I would never forgive myself. That's why you see these Cash Apps up, because I have to pay for this security for this thing. And like, I'm nowhere near where I need to be, So if you guys got the Cash App up there, if you could donate something, I appreciate it. Somebody donated a big donation and I'll shout you out tomorrow, man. I appreciate it. That's that question. Another question is, Will I ever get married again? Yes. Yes, I will get married again. The thing is this, it don't matter how many times you get married, as long as you become a better person and you learn something from that. And it's not something that you've encountered before. If you're still going in circles, maybe you need to look at yourself, or you need to look at the situation and see how can I make it better the way this won't happen again. You don't blame marriage, you blame yourself. Men are the ones who dictate whether it's a relationship or not. I propose to every one of these women, regardless of what happened, you know what I mean? I'm the one that controlled it. So am I saying I'm a bad person or a bad judge of character? No, because it was always love with me meeting these women. So I don't want to, badmouth nobody. But I mean, things don't work out. But I mean, yeah, I will get married. I was raised to be a husband. I was married. My grandmother and grandfather was married for 56 years before my grandmom died. That's all I know. Plus, I know the benefits of having the female or the alpha, the omega to your alpha or whatever, you want to call it, to balance you out. Like I said, life is not supposed to be going through singularly. It's supposed to be going through in pairs. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people say, hey, don't need marriage. Okay, that's you. Me, I would like to experience the rest of my life with somebody. I'm fun to be around. Everything is good. I'm very easy. Why am I sitting over here promoting myself? But I'll get married again. I'll start going up, man. See, y'all almost trapped those Stevie boys. See, we'll go to the next question. Next question is, where was I at? What is the one positive thing that stuck with you in prison that changed your life? That's a good question. When I got out of prison, that's what they're asking me, stuff I seen in prison that I got out. If I could say the main thing that stuck with me was the importance of fathers. I'm going to just say it like that. The importance of a dad in your life is, you cannot replace that. You can't. A lot of people, this going to sound controversial. A lot of women, single mothers say, hey, I can raise a child by my own. I don't need a man for that. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. And I'm going to explain to you why. There are certain points and certain age periods when a boy needs his father. Now, a girl too, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the problems we have now with the youth is because there's not a lot of presence of the father, or it's not respect for the father because he's not present enough. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean by that is this. A lot of times we have boys and they don't have their father around. The strongest person that's an authority figure is the mother. The mother is feminine energy. That's why when these boys get older, they know they're boys, but a lot of stuff they do looks feminine, like when they get aggressive. You see the clapping of the hands, see the moving of the hands. You see them getting in people's face and putting their hands like this and not doing anything. Men don't do that. You see people crouching over each other and stuff like that. That's not normal stuff. You get to where these boys don't want to take any type of constructive criticism or direction from another man. A lot of times these type of boys get women that yell at them like their mother. A lot of times boys stay in the house and turn into son husbands. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but we need to open our eyes and see this for what it really is. It's messed up out here. Now, same thing goes for females. You get a lot of females out here now, they grow up, have children, don't know the dynamic of a male and female family, primarily their biological mother and father, and then they say, hey, my mom raised all us. Boom, it's easy for her to walk away from a guy after he gets on the nerves or something and tell him she don't need him. I'll raise the kid myself. Why? Because she was in the household where she was raised by herself. Another thing that's negative that we see a lot of impact is, I talk about these girls and stuff that let these boys come in the house and do stuff to their children. A lot of times these women are very clingy because the father figure element is missing in their life. So remember I said this phrase where I say, hey, if you ain't got a man, sometimes any man will do. I think that's the problem. A lot of girls that are not raised in families where it's a strong male or head of a household, they know they want to be with a man. Naturally, they'll gravitate to guys that are dominant, but they might be silly at the same time. So it's like we have real serious problems that nobody really brings up and talks about. And it's like all you have to do is open your eyes and see it. But I mean, some people get upset. That's my opinion. So I mean, I'm sticking to that. But yeah, the importance of fathers. I mean, you could see how, like, sometimes men would get into conflicts and they'd be around somebody that's like on some real man type stuff, or like they're a younger person and the old man whip them and then point and make them sit down, and they go and sit down like the person with their father. We used to call that sunning, like, yo, he just sunned you. Did you like a dad? That's embarrassing. It's just, a lot of people can't take directions. I'm a grown man. If somebody's 50 years old, he's been a grown man way longer than you. He's a grown man. You're not on this level because he didn't walk the road and he's hundreds of yards in front of you age-wise. And you're going to try to tell him what to do when he sees the top of the mountain and you still at the base. Impossible. Can't have it. All right. Question number 11. Do I have a P.O. box? Now, I meant to mention this. I used to put a P.O. box up here. I don't have that P.O. box no more because the postal rates went up higher. That's number one. And number two, people are breaking in post office boxes now. I don't know if you guys know that. If you guys go to the area post office and stuff, they're breaking in the post office, but they're using some type of tool, and they pull that whole little locking mechanism out, and they're going in there and robbing people for packages. So I didn't renew mine as of this month. I stopped renewing it. If you want to send me something or any type of package or anything, I have a business post office box that I've had for years, and I'll send that to you guys. If you want to know it, I'll put it over here. It's a P.O. Box, it's Stock Market Steve 88, P.O. Box 1533, Bellaire, Texas 77402. You want to send me anything, a card, anything like that, you send it there. I check that mailbox every day. So the other post office box, that's why I stopped showing it. It's not there no more because all these people doing these crazy crimes and tearing, you see what I'm saying? It's just crazy how we got to change our lives for something basic. Now we can't even use that no more. But anyway, that's my address up there. If you want to send me packages or anything, I mean, you guys always ask me that. Question number 12. What do your sons think of you spending so much time on YouTube? My sons are grown, so they don't care. It inspires them though. They haven't got up and really got into it. Now, one of my sons has a YouTube channel and he's working on it. It's not really mature and up and running like a lot of you guys. But I mean, he talks to me about the lives and, he tells me he's proud of me and it makes me feel good. YouTube is one of them things where as long as YouTube is around, you're timeless. I could lose my life or I could pass away tonight in my sleep, God forbid. But my videos will be here. And hopefully my children's children will see them. And I mean, seeing me on video is way better than the photo. Like, hey, this is your granddad. This is how he was. Now I got these story times. And now my grandkids, when I have some, when they get older, they'll be like, okay, now I understand who my grandfather was a little bit. So that's a big thing and why I'm on YouTube too. So that's that. That's question 13. No, question 12. Man, this is a long video. I'm going to try to go faster. What is your day job? My day job, I am a aquarium. Why am I sitting up here? I have a business, so I don't really have a job. What I am is an aquarium installer. I do aquarium design, like fish tanks and walls for businesses, so on and so forth, commercial residents. That's what I do. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm about to hang it up. Then YouTube will be full time. But yeah, I've been doing it 15 years and I love it. It's a passion I had. That's why I moved to Houston. Question 14. Turn-ons from a woman, okay, I wrote this wrong. What are your turn-ons in a woman excluding her appearance? So the inside. These are some crazy questions. I like women that are smart. I like women that can conversate. I like a woman you can put in the room and she can blend in with everybody and carry a conversation without, passing judgment or being judged upon. I love women that care about how they look in public. I love women that care about how they, how they portray themselves. That's one of my things. So we just leave it at that. Check this out. Steve, we hear you talk about the Jiffy Pop. I didn't know what that was. I had to research it. Why do you hate the hair bonnet so much? Listen. I don't hate the hair bonnet. I hate the hair bonnet outside in public. That's what I hate. And it ain't me to hate it. I mean, people go do what they do. But I don't like the hair bonnet outside. I just think it's like it gives off a real lazy look. And I'm being nice with the word lazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, oh, my hair is not done and this, that. Just do what you do, mom. But I mean, in the house, I don't care. Because it's funny because, I've talked to you, some of you out there, my subscribers personally, and I FaceTime some of you. And it's just funny how people would be like, they see the FaceTime and they're like, oh my God. And like they put the phone down and hit the FaceTime and I'm staring at the ceiling fan. I'm like, what is this? I got the bonnet on. You're in your house. It don't matter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I don't hate the hair bonnet. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'll be saying is just, it's in fun, but it's a beauty accessory. I mean, you need it to make your hair look a certain way, by all means. But I mean, just wearing it outside, it gives a negative appearance and it opens the lines for people to judge y'all a lot of times. So, I'm all about, not setting yourself up for people to act a certain way with you, because that's messed up. Next question. 16. Steve, where did the term juggernaut female come from? I made that up. Remember in my live stream a few weeks ago, I told the story about the girl that I broke up with and she wanted to fight and all this other stuff. And she jumped out the car, moving 30 miles an hour to fight some girl in the street she ain't know that I used to date because she was just jealous. That's where I got it from. When she fell out the car and hit the back of her head going 30 miles an hour, I thought she was dead. She jumped up like nothing happened. And I told my friends, and they were like, yo, you dating a juggernaut. And that's where it came from. So that's where the juggernaut female came from, that one story. So what made you switch your channel from a stock market channel to what it is now? Okay, I said this multiple times. I'm going to be fast with this. In the beginning, this channel was a stock market channel. It was called Stock Market Steve. A lot of y'all were with me in the beginning. Shout out to you. I just talked about stock market, investing and like things that a lot of us don't know, and how we need to educate ourselves about money and how to use it for the tool that it is. And just about investing and, building generational wealth and having a supplemental income, income to supplement you working and so on and so forth. And I ran that for a while. I had about 3,000 subscribers. The channel grew slow because you got to remember, we was in a bear market. You know what I'm saying? So the market was slow. Stocks were tanking. It was always something to talk about. But with those type of channels, when the market is booming, that's when they really take off. So during that time when I had that channel, right, and it wasn't that long ago, a guy named Sam Bankman-Fried, which I ripped. I got videos of them. I just went off one day. And I had said something about some of the financial YouTubers where, like, I don't want to say I called them out, but I mean, they had got caught up in some stuff. And I said some things that I felt at that time. And like, how I get on these channels, I just said, we have a moral responsibility as content creators to put out the best stuff we can. Regardless if, it's a rumor or anything like that, we should say it's a rumor. A lot of people take and jump on things and they on YouTube and they'll run with it like it's true, knowing it's not. I try not to do that. And I had, said that. I'm like, people swear sometimes by, what you say, because people see you all the time and it's almost like you're media, even though you say you're not. So I had said something about that. And then one of my older clients back in the day, subscribers, her name is Sue Burt. Shout out to Sue. She still watches and listens. She said to me, Steve, you got a lot of passion in you. She said, you ever think about doing stories where, just trending topics and things like that? When she said that, I told her, I was like, nah, I don't think that's my thing. And I was thinking about, like gossip, like, what rappers do or what celebrities do. I have no interest in that at all. Because, they live a life that we ain't even in that type of hemisphere. But that's what I thought she meant. And then I thought about, I'm like, you know what? Let me speak about stuff that irritates me and I'm passionate about. And I took her advice. I limited myself. It took me a few weeks to do this. But everything that you see right here, all of this stuff up here is because of her. So Sue Burtz, as always, you know I got to give you flowers, baby. I salute you. I love you. All this is possible because of you. She's sitting somewhere smiling right now. But yeah, I just changed the dynamic, and like it just took off. Also, you know, if you want to be successful on YouTube, I'm gonna give y'all two things of advice. You have to show your face. A lot of people want to do YouTube now and they contact me and they say, hey, I want to do the faceless thing. You know, they're going to stop monetizing that. Or I think they have stopped doing it now. They're going to stop monetizing people that don't show their face on YouTube. So a lot of these vlogs you see where people have a picture of their face and they be talking and the thing will be lighting up the square of the podcast, they're going to be demonetized. So, you know, it makes sense to show your face. Now, I ain't got the best looking face in the world, but I mean, I want you to really see me when I'm talking to you. And that's just me. I'm very up close and personable and approachable. You know, I want you to see me when I talk to you. I don't hide behind anything. I'm not talking bad about them because I mean, some people don't want to be seen. That's okay. But I'm just talking about me. This is just my style. And I think it's helped my channel grow too. You know, it made me more personable as a person. That's the first thing. The second thing is this. When you start in a YouTube channel, you have to make it accessible to all people. We have some channels that, you know, and they're successful. It's just all black channels. They're all cooking channels. They're all different types of channels. But I mean, you should make your channels more universal. Especially when you talk about topics like I cover stories on everybody because it don't matter what color you are or what nationality you are. People still suffer. People still have loss. You know, people endure pain. So I mean, this is how I run my channel, and I like doing what I'm doing. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, Sue Burtz, a lady named Sue, one of my subscribers, gave me the idea, and I took it and ran with it. Do I invest in Bitcoin? No. Hell no. No. The reason why I don't invest in Bitcoin is not real. You know, yeah, it's numbers on paper and stuff, but I mean, until they make a physical Bitcoin and it has a worth and it's backed by the U.S. The federal exchange commission and is backed by the mint. No, because I mean, you're basically spending money on hype of something that doesn't exist. And I don't know why a lot of people don't see that. Now, people are making money with the Bitcoin because it's a craze right now, but in a snap of a finger, it could disappear. So, I mean, it's not worth it. I mean, I don't invest in ghost, you know, so that's why. Next question, question number 19. How long have I been monetized on YouTube? I've been monetized on YouTube since last December. I've been on YouTube since last July. So that's July, August, September, 14 months I've been on YouTube. My channel's grown. So, I mean, I'm blessed and I'm thankful for everything I get. Question number 20. We almost at the end, y'all. How did I blow my channel up so fast? All right, that's a good question. If y'all want to know this, I'm going to break this down. What I did was I tried to use a marketing strategy. I tried to make my thumbnails. First thing I did before I learned thumbnails, because you got to learn how to make thumbnails. And even when you learn how to make thumbnails over time, it's like shooting a 3 throw. That's how YouTube is. You got to keep practicing. All of a sudden it'll hit you. When you get it, you got it. First thing I did, I tried to get my camera presence. I didn't care how I sounded. I stumble over words. Don't matter. I'm trying to get these videos out, but I'm trying to give good content. So it's a practice thing. I'm telling you, you stand in front of a cell phone, or you stand in front of a camera. A lot of times you can't even see your own reflection when you're talking. And when you're doing that, it's hard to keep focused and looking at yourself and then looking at the camera. You're not talking to a real thing. So you got to get that out of your head. You got to develop the camera presence. I developed my camera presence. And while I was making videos, so I said, okay, I want to make 1 video a day. I started off make 1 video a day. Then month passed, I'll make 2 videos a day. Month passed, more news came out, 3 videos a day. And what happens is the algorithm will pick you up. Because, you know, people think you'll put a video out and it might be a good content video for you. But a lot of people won't see it. And it's not that YouTube is hiding you. The algorithm has to pick you up. And the way the algorithm picks you up, when people hit that thumbs up button, it alerts, boom, this person got 100 thumbs up. Okay, let me push this to somebody else. You got to fill out, when you're filling out your videos, you got to fill out the tags and all that. Make sure all the tags are right, because that tells the algorithm what kind of video it is. A lot of people make videos and don't put that in the description box, don't do nothing, because the algorithm, which is the YouTube computer, is scanning to see what category you fit in. So you have to fill out your stuff every time you do these videos. So This is a good question right here. Question number 21. I'm trying to get through this, y'all. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Why did my grandparents raise me? Okay, my mom was married, and then I was conceived. When I conceived, she was pregnant carrying me. My mom and dad didn't work out. My dad moved back to Ohio, where he was from. My mom moved in with my grandparents. I was born in the house with my mother and my grandmother and grandpa. So I was there till I was about 3 years old. My mom remarried and was, moving off with her husband. But my mom is like my sister because mom and dad is my grandmom and granddad. I didn't want to leave them. They like, okay, well, leave Stevie here. You know what I'm saying? So my mom went off and had 2 other children. And, she's still married to this day. I say my grandma and granddad, 3 years old, they like my parents. My mom's like my sister. And that's why, things are what they are. But I mean, I don't have no complaints or anything. Question number 22. How many times have I been to jail? Okay. I've been to jail, right? 3 times. The third time I was on my way to prison. Both times I went to jail was over infractions with driving, driver's infraction. First one was a bench warrant where I got pulled over. I had a bench warrant. I didn't know because I didn't pay a ticket at the courthouse. It must have fell off the car or something. This was like 3 years later. They catch me and they're like, "Oh, you got a warrant." Locked me up. I was there one night. Don't really count. Second time I got arrested was because they're always car related. My license was suspended. They pulled me over. They tried to take my car. I got mad. The cop got smart. I got smart. We went back and forth and they locked me up. And then the third time was the last time when I went to prison. All right. Now we're going to final 4 questions. This is a good question. What is the most pivotal moment in your life that changed you forever? When I realized I couldn't stay in New Jersey no more, and I had to make a decision on what I want to do with my life. Now, I got out of prison 2004. And I mean, not 2000, hold up. Yeah, 2004, I got out of prison. And I was working and doing what I do. I was a mechanic and all this other stuff. And I realized, I was like, you know what? It just hit me one day. I'm going to start my own business. I saw a YouTube video that motivated me. And I up and just left. But I had to leave my children. And that's a hard thing. I didn't see my children that much because they were in different places. But I mean, we talked and they knew who I was and stuff. I was always trying to get my kids together. And you could ask my children if you ever seen them. I would always try to keep them together, even though they were from different households. I try to get, and it's a depressing feeling. You feel like a failure. You don't feel like a good father. And when you're paying child support and stuff like that, it can put a monkey on your back that's hard to walk with. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I had to leave Jersey. And I was like, I'm going to put myself in a position where all of the parenting training and all of the stuff my grandfather and grandmother put into me, because I said, I'm going to start a business. That's what it was. That's why I left. I'm going to start a business, which was this aquarium business. I said, I'm going to blow this up. I'm going to turn it into a family business. When my children are 18, I'm going to bring them with me down here and I'm going to give it to them, and we'll keep this in the family. This to be something good that I did out of all the wrong that I feel as though I did in me letting them down. Because if I can build this on my own, I will build something that my children can leave to their children, and it'd be something in the family name, and my name will live on. And that's why I came down here. It was hard to leave my children because they love me so much. You know what I'm saying? They loved their dad when I left. And just to go, and I was gone for 3 years. I know it's hard for them. And I do apologize, but it did work out in the end. Sometimes with men, when we got to make hard decisions that hurt us on the inside. And we have to see things through. You may not understand why we did it, but I mean, the end result sometimes is the explanation. I feel as though I did good. That was the best decision I made. But, when I seen what jail was like, where grown men couldn't make rational thoughts and they had the minds of 12, 13, 14-year-old adolescents just making trouble and stuff. I did not want that for my children. I had to do something. That's why I wound up being in Houston, and it's the best move. Some of my children are here. They're benefiting. So I didn't mean to get emotional, but I mean, we all got things that upset us. Biggest turn off or dating deal breakers. Okay. Man, oof, this is I don't want to, I'll say it. Mouth. But sass. I'm going to say sass. I'm not saying like, you know, a woman can't say, but like when you just overly, you treat people bad, like talk to the waiters crazy and everything out your mouth is like you ready to argue or, you know, I'm strong and all this stuff. And every time you talk, you're doing this, baby, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not my style. I mean, we up in age. See, I'm older now. If you can't carry a conversation, everything is silly with you, can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If you too tuned in on yourself and everything is all about you all the time, can't do it. That's my big thing, conversation. If I can't talk to you, can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? If you bossy and stuff like that, you know, it's not for me. If you sacrifice your kids to hang around me, I got a big problem with that. We all got responsibilities to take care of. You know, let me see what else. If you gotta have a spotlight on you all the time, nah, can't do that. If you like to argue a lot, nah. But those are basic things. Like most people don't act like that anyway. So, you know, but those are just my things that are deal breakers. Or if you lie a lot, you know what I'm saying? Number 25, we got 2 left. Number 25, and it's almost a 40-minute video. Why did I start a YouTube channel? My ultimate goal on the platform. My ultimate goal on the platform is just to, you know, I want to get the silver plaque. Honestly, I want to get that silver plaque. 100,000, that'd be quite a feat for me. So I do want to get that silver plaque, and that's my next goal. My next goal is to get 50,000, then to get the silver plaque. The reason why I started on YouTube is because when I talk, a lot of people are like, yo, man, you got some good points you make. Hey, you should write a book. And a lot of people tell me, hey, yo, you should write a book and stuff like that. And I just figured I'd get on YouTube because I like teaching things and just talk about some issues that affect us all and how we can correct them. That's why I'm on YouTube, and that's why I run my platform as plain as it is, you know? So what's the hardest thing about YouTube? This is the last question. The hardest thing about YouTube is the time. It's not really as much as creating the content. When you get YouTube, when you get it, you got it. Like I have YouTube sold up. I can do YouTube like it's nothing. But the hardest thing is the repetition. I gotta edit film. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Now a lot of people are like, hey Steve, you know, there are people out there that can help you. I'm not that big yet. I'm not that big. A lot of y'all think, you know, I'm big, but I mean, I can handle what I'm doing. You know, the way I'm handling this. I do appreciate you guys offering me help. When I need help, trust me, I kept all your numbers. If I need it, I'll come to you. But the hardest thing is just sitting on this stool. Like sometimes, guys, like on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes I'll be sitting on the stool 9 hours. I'll be editing, looking for stories, speaking points. Got my whiteboards here, and I'm actually putting something together for you. That's why, you know, it's hard for content creators to put stuff together. I do everything myself. A lot of content creators that are big don't because they can't, because it's too out of control. And I speak to you guys on the daily. I try to answer the comments, and it's the time consuming, and you can burn out with this quick if you're not careful. That's why YouTube content creators, you shouldn't really give them a hard time if you don't have a channel yourself, because it's very hard to do this. To get to 40,000 plus is an extreme achievement. And luckily my channel blew up quick because I understood. When I go into something, and I want you younger people to understand something, when you go into something, you go 150% because you'll figure out something somebody else didn't. And when I go into something that I'm passionate about like this, I want all in. I'm still learning things right now. But I mean, those are the questions. Those are 26 questions. I appreciate you spending the time with me. This is like a live, but 40 minutes, this got to be my biggest video. And I hope I answered your questions. I know you guys ain't going to remember all these questions, but But now it is what it is. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you appreciate the time I put into this thing because it will.